Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
One of our subscribers, I want to mention his name, sent me an email, and you know what, he brought some good valid points. He says, gave me some ideas today. I'm going to say his name is Dave, and he brought some good points to my attention on email, and I get emails, as you guys know. But he says, you know what, here's some good topics, some ideas that I thought of, and you know what, this comes from Dave. So today I want to talk about how do I go through checkpoints and how I deal with them. And you know what, here in Mindanao, we're under martial law, and going through a checkpoint is something that it's become an old habit for me, and I never really thought about it. So great point. So today I want to talk a little bit about going through a checkpoint. What it entails is a bus will stop, or a car, or a van, or everybody has to go through it. Even riding a motorcycle, you have to go through a checkpoint. And what they do is they're basically looking for anybody that has any outs there are on a watch list, and they're looking for someone that's on a particular watch list. They pretty well know who they are. They have pieces of paper, and they have forms and things like that. So what they're doing is everybody's required to get off the bus except for senior citizens. And for me, I'm a senior citizen. I just stay. I got off the bus for the first 2 years and realized there's really not that much of a reason for me to get off, because me being an American, you know, it's kind of hard for me getting off some of the buses because they're really high. Now, basically what they do, when you go out, you go through the checkpoint. They check the women's bags, baggage, luggage, depending accordingly what checkpoint you go through. Now, they don't go through all the luggage underneath the carrier, but they go through the luggage, like for example, a baggage you have, or a bag or a purse that you brought on. They want to check inside those items. And it's pretty simple. They can take anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes, 1 to 5 minutes, depending if everybody has their information with them. Now, you know as well as I do, if you're going on a bus, you always carry ID. It's amazing to me that some people don't have any ID at all, and they don't bring any ID, and so they're either detained or they're held until they can produce something, or a family member you know, says last name, things like that. So there are ways that they can get around it, but really they want to check everybody that's on that bus or van or car or motorcycle. Now what they do, they have a lane just for the bus, they have a lane for the car and motorcycle, and the big trucks. Sometimes they'll separate them all, and then sometimes, depending, like for Davao, I go through 2 checkpoints going to Davao, from here to Maragmag. I mean, from Maragmag to Davao. Maragmag to CDO, same, 2, sometimes 3. It depends how they have it set up, and they'll do what they call a spot check section, where they just add 1 anyway. And basically you get off the bus, or in my case, I just show them my passport, and everything is fine. And as you know, they're here to protect us, and so you treat them with utmost respect. So many people don't treat them with respect. You know, there was a guy arguing with a guy about something. He said, "I don't have it." It was Filipino, and so you just have to treat them with respect. Normally, everybody's really calm, and it's really easy thing. But it's, you know, they're out and they're doing their job. And so, you know, they're young men and older military guys that's been in the military for a while. You can tell they're there to do their job. So out of respect, you got to respect them, and I respect them, and I shake their hand and tell them they're doing a good job, because they are. And we all got to give them respect for that. And that's very special that you do that, you know. But I just want to talk about that, because sometimes they do the same when you go through an LTO checkpoint. They want to check your license. They want to check and make sure if you have your sticker on your motorcycle, your car. They want to make sure it's registered, all the above. And it's common sense. I mean, you know, you're in another country, and they're like everywhere else. They want to make sure everybody's licensed going down the road. They don't want to make sure that somebody's 12 riding a motorcycle, or 16 riding a motorcycle, or 70 or 80 that cannot ride one or drive one that don't have a license. So I just wanted to kind of go through that. Now LTO is a little different. They will have checkpoints and they'll just pull them off. And close, both areas will have police. Both checkpoints. For example, if you're going through the military checkpoint, they will have police there off in the back, usually a van with 4 or 5 officers, depending. DAVO will have anywhere from 8 to 10 officers. CDO has 3 to 6 officers, and they're standing off the side in case they're needed for a reason. Now the military is there, and they have anywhere from 3 to 6. So it's really good thing that they do that, and I respect them for that. And you know, you think about it this way, they say it's horrible, but it's really not. I feel protected. You know, I'd rather have a checkpoint than no checkpoint. And so, and like I said, those guys really do a good job, and I'm really proud of them, and I just want to say that. So it's not as bad as it seems. Pretty simple. It's really straightforward. It's like no different going through a checkpoint when you're at the airport. You know, you just go in and show them your ID and things like that, and that's really about it. But if you have a full bus of, you know, whatever, 30, 40, 50 people, it can take a few minutes, and it's okay. And if you have a bus in front of you and another bus in front of you, it can take a little longer than that. So, but I wanted to do this video real quick, and I want to thank David for giving me the idea. And there's many people may inquire about that and wonder about that, like, oh no, what happens? So what do I do? So it's not as bad. It's pretty simple. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe.